What's going on, everybody? Fall in, at attention. You are locked into another episode of the Husker Army Podcast, brought to you by the great folks right over here at Herd at Sports Network. And of course, everybody over at the Husker Army Facebook fan page. Make sure to check those guys out. Something like 39,500 members. I don't know. I think it keeps going up or down every damn day. I keep forgetting the number. But they're a great group of folks, awesome folks to talk to, nothing but Husker fans. Awesome group. Just really is. Become a member if you can. And then, of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. Really helps us out a lot on the algorithm. Leave a comment. It was great. I dealt with an awesome comment just this after, I think it was 4 or 5 days ago, something like that. And I put it out on Twitter. I invited the person on. Well, the comment disappeared after the invitation. So, it is what it is. But if you want to know what the comment was, go check out our profile on Twitter. Pretty easy to find it. So it was comical, but
it was humorous.
It was. It's like I told you guys. I think, that finally means we made it. We're finally there. So, yeah, it was awesome. And then, of course, if you get the chance, make sure to hop over to shop.herdatsports.com. Get yourself some of that Husker Army Podcast merch. It is nice. And look, you don't have to take my word for it. You can take Trey Taylor's word for it, Luke Sorensen. You can take Rex Waterman's word for it. Trust me, this is some good quality stuff, and it looks great. So we got the shirts, the Dad the Trucker hats, the beanies, stainless steel tumblers, the coffee mugs. Those come in 2 different sizes. And then the hats and the shirts, those are not the only colors and designs that they come in. So make sure to hop over there, shop.herdatsports.com. Get yourself some Husker Army Podcast merch. Make sure to get yourself enlisted into the Husker Army. So, got that out of the way. I am your host, Bryan Knutzen. With me, as always, former Husker wide receiver, multi-time national champ Kenny Cheatham. And, of course, our recruiting guru, Mr. Matt Sass, a.k.a. Herbie_Husker over on Twitter. All right, guys, we might as well cover it. I mean, here it is. By the time this drops tomorrow on Monday, we are a month away from the start of the season. Big Ten Media Days just happened. We're not covering it all. We're just covering who we know and who we love, and that would be our beloved Huskers, baby. Let's talk about it. So, I mean, right off the bat, look, we're going to talk about some things that Rhule had to say. Here's a little clip.
There's no complacency at the University of Nebraska right now. Our guys all understand that we've got good enough players. Well, we have an excellent roster. We're fast. We're explosive. We've got veterans where we need to. We're good on the lines. We've got great coaches. But we're going to have to go perform. And that performance comes from guys owning it and not listening to anything else, not listening to the guy in the locker room complaining, like shutting all that up and saying, hey, Husker football, it's about performance. It's about us going out there and getting it done. And so that's why I mentioned the classroom. That's why I mentioned the growth of these guys. You see a team that understands that. So I look forward to the first close game. I look forward to seeing our guys execute in it. But it's not something out here. It's about getting young people to be a little bit better each year, recruiting good players, and I think you'll see a good team this year.
All right. I mean, straight from Rhule's mouth. Look, one thing I'll disagree with him on, I'm not looking forward to that first close game. I don't care. I'd rather not have any close games. I'd rather it just go our way, start to finish, and just get out of each game with a damn W. But, I mean, you heard it right there. Kenny, he talks about no complacency in this team. I mean, these guys are not satisfied. They're staying hungry. And it sounds to me like Rhule's pretty satisfied and impressed with the product they've got coming out this season.
Yeah, it might be because they've gotten the taste. A lot of those kids finally got the taste what a bowl game feels like and what winning feels like. You're not accustomed to it. You can care, but it's a double-edged sword. You can care, but you can care less. You don't know what it feels like. So I think with last year, them going to a bowl game, and not only just going to the bowl game, but winning, kind of set the tone for this year. So hopefully they can build off of that. And if they're doing all those things he's saying, and that's what they're coaching them up, and that's what they're preaching amongst each other, hopefully they should have a good year. So it sounds good. That's what you want to hear, so.
Yeah, Matt, I mean, you hear it. He talks about the talent, the speed, and everything that he's talking about that we've got this year. And we've been hearing a bunch about it all off season. But, we don't get to know what we really have till we as fans see it.
Yep.
But coaching staff sees it every day. Granted, they're not going to say anything bad about the players. That's for sure, especially Rhule and staff. But it sounds, I got to admit, there's a bit more level of confidence in Rhule's voice this year at media days than there has been in the last two. Just my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I agree on. Plus, we have depth,
Yeah.
especially at the offensive line. I mean, that's huge. This might be one of the better offensive lines we've had. God, you'd have to go back probably before Pelini.
Yeah.
That's how, I mean,
Yep.
You're talking 12, 13, maybe even 14 kids that can play on the offensive line and not a lot of drop off. So that's a lot. So it's going to be fun. I have extremely high expectations this year.
Yeah, speaking of the offensive line, I mean, you look at the returners we got coming back. We got Gunner. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. Is it Gotula or Godula? It's Gottula. You there? You there, Matt?
Yeah, we lost you there for a bit.
Oh, for a second. Was I out? Was I gone?
Yep.
Yeah, looking at the returning starters on the O-line, you're looking at Gunner. I think it's Gotula is how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. Gatula, thank you. Jeez, good Lord. And then, of course, we got Justin Evans-Jenkins coming back and obviously Henry Lutovsky. But then you look at the two guys that we had transfer in. You got Rocco Spindler out of Notre Dame. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, you're looking at Elijah Pritchett that transferred here from Bama. So, yeah, Matt, you're absolutely right. And not just the returning starters we've got in the three that I mentioned, but the two transfers we got coming in, and then the guys behind them. You're right. As definitely at offensive line, this is by far the most deep we have been in probably 10, 15 years.
Yeah, and what caught me off guard the most was who Rhule said would be going into fall camp as starter at right tackle. That's Tyler Knack.
Yeah.
I mean, I know who he is, of course, because I follow recruiting, but a lot of us don't know who he is. And that was extremely surprising. That opened my eyes real quick. I mean, granted, you're talking 3-4 kids all trying to win that starting spot. Tyler Knack? Wow. Okay. So Rhule is definitely doing something with the offensive line, excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
It's taken some time, but it's offensive line. That position is one group that it takes time to build it the right way. What we're looking for, bigger, stronger, faster. So it's an advantage for sure, in my opinion.
Yeah, one thing you guys never really had to deal with, Kenny, was sacks a whole lot. There wasn't a whole lot of passing then, but even when there was, very few sacks. I mean, 95, 0. So
0.
Exactly. That pipeline knew what the hell they were doing.
And again, this is a stat. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard this was like a year ago where there was 0 holding calls for the whole season in 95. And that's what?
I know. I remember when I think it was Minnesota got called for a holding call against us back in 2019 or something like that. They said that was the first one that had been called on an opponent against us in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that broadcast when they said
I remember that too.
I was like, there's no way that stat should ever happen. So look, I'm going to say in 95, there was some holding going on. It just didn't get caught.
Not blatant.
Exactly. They kind of knew how to hide it.
Has a team ever done that?
I don't know.
It's just
I don't.
And obscene, just ridiculous.
Well, and the only reason I bring that up is last year the offensive line did give up 27 sacks. So I mean,
yep.
In 13 games, I mean, you're looking at almost 2 per game, which that's not horrible.
I mean, I don't know how you look at it, but that can contribute to so many different things. It could be the defensive line is just that good.
Yeah.
It could be coverage sacks because the secondary, and we don't have wide receivers that were separating, getting open. Some of it could be Rhule's fault. Not.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot. So
Yeah, no, I agree there. But to me, that is a stat I would like to see us cut that number in half this next year. I
If
mean, I'm
not
sure
even
Viola
more.
would love to. Yeah, if not more, keep it to even under double digits. That'd be awesome. I mean, that'd be a hell of an improvement. So, all right, sticking with the offensive line. I mean, look, I got a clip here from Lutovsky from his time at Media Days. And the nice thing about this is he looks this. How can I explain this? He just looks comfortable.
Big.
Oh yeah, he's a big
He is
boy.
a big
He's
boy.
a monster, dude.
Yeah.
Just wait till you see him standing next to this poor woman
Oh, I know.
interviewing him.
Go ahead.
Jeez. But he looks confident. I don't want to say overconfident, but it's a calm confidence.
Yep.
And I'll just let you, we'll bounce off what he has to say here. But here's Lutovsky over at Big Ten Media Days.
Yeah, I mean, as far as an offensive line goes, we just need to work to build cohesiveness as one unit. Really just see the game, see the field through one set of eyes. And it's tough to do when you add new people, but training camp is an amazing opportunity to really get out there and get some reps at it before the first game. As a group, I think our mindset is, put it on us. I mean, when it's 3rd and 10 and we need to pass protect, like, you can trust that, we're going to do our jobs. When it's 4th and 1 and we need, 12 inches, like, put it on us. We got it, Great relationships with the guys like Dylan and Emmett, Luke Lindenmeyer, Heiner Carberg, all those guys who have been here. But, it's always tough when you get new faces in. But, guys like Dane Key and Isaiah Hunter, like, they've done an amazing job of just getting around the guys, just becoming one of us.
All right. Now, Kenny, in that clip, that's something I wanted to talk to you about there that he talked about right there toward the end. And that was talking about Key and Hunter doing their things out there, with the offensive line, doing downfield blocking. Obviously, that's what he's talking about, being one of them. You guys, when you played here at that time as wide receivers, you know that better than anybody would as far as a receiver trying to be an offensive lineman. What advice could you give to guys like that, trying to perfect that downfield blocking or even that crack block?
It's about a will, wanting to do it. I mean, aren't we all taught? Weren't you guys taught when you played football as a young age? You play the game clean until the whistle blows.
Yes.
So a lot of times you get guys who half-ass it if it's not coming to them. Especially, I mean, from the wide receiver position. Now, granted, let's be honest. No one wants to sit up there and block the whole game.
Yeah.
No one wants to sit up there and be downfield blocking. But a lot of times those guys don't even do the initial blocking. And I'm putting this for you guys to start paying attention to. Watch how some of them just tap and then move. Or it's a little, then I'm off. But the more you're aggressive with those defenders and those guys getting downfield, the more you continue to hit them, it opens up the game a whole lot more for all aspects because they don't know what's coming. They don't want it as much as they say. The physical people in the defense are the defensive linemen and linebackers.
Yeah.
The rest of them outside of that, which are defensive backs, they don't want it. But at a certain point, linebackers stop wanting it if it's continuous
Mm-hmm.
as well. Now, you can't speak for defensive linemen because they're always in the mix going head toe-to-toe with the linemen. That's the battle within the game. You know what I mean? So, but they have to want to do it and have the will to do it. And at some point, make it the team and not about yourself.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So if it's about the team and not about yourself, you should be down there handling your business. That's just my take. I mean, you should go get them. You should have that mindset. I'm going to go get them. I'm going to attack them. And I'm going to put the pressure on them to respect everything we're doing on this side of the ball. So, yeah, they just want to do it.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, and Matt, you heard Lutovsky speak about the cohesiveness, being one unit, being one vision. That's something like we talked about. It seems that's something that's been lacking for some time here on that offensive line. And as I said before I played the clip, there is this calm, coolness, confidence, the triple C in Lutovsky there. And I mean, are you seeing the same thing, or am I reading too far into what he's saying? Am I chugging the Rhule too much?
No, I don't think so. It's year 3 under Rhule. This is exactly what he wants. I mean, he wants every player on the offense and defense playing as one, basically. And the closer you can get to that, and the faster you can get to that, it just, like Kenny said, it opens up everything on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
And that's what Rhule wants. This isn't that hard. I mean, Bama did it for years. Georgia's doing it now. Ohio State does it. I mean, this is why these teams are successful.
Mhm.
I agree. Might as well look at it real quick. I had to pull up the stats as far as offense goes from last year, and I got to admit, I was actually very surprised at how far down we were.
Yep.
I thought we were a little bit better. You look at the scoring offense, 103rd nationally. Rushing offense, barely in the top 100 at 96th. Passing offense, 66th. Yards per play, 106th. Total offense, barely cracking the top 100 at 94th. Now, look, I know we struggled in games. I know there were certain games we just couldn't seem to put up the points. But damn, if I'm not puzzled as to why last year offensively felt so much better than what we've seen in recent time, then you stop and think about the product we've seen in recent time.
You want to hear a very funny, I'm sorry to cut you off, but a very funny stat, and I saw this today, that if we can just improve by 10 points, we'd go from 96th all the way to top 30.
Oh my God.
I mean, just so you understand, like, that is the difference right there. The 10 points a game. And we'd be ranked top 30th in the country.
Oh my God. That's absolutely crazy to me.
I know. I saw that today, and I just shook my head like, wow. And but then you go back and look at our wins and losses from last year. An extra 10 points a game. How many more games do we win?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Like
we win
five?
the USC
4 or
USC
5?
game. We'd win the
UCLA?
UCLA game. We'd win the Iowa game.
Yep.
Oh my God!
It's just
there's 3
that-
extra wins right there.
It's just that kind of mindset right there. I mean, even an extra touchdown a game would put us top 50 nationally.
That goes from a 7-6 season to a 10-3 season in year 2.
Exactly.
Man,
But I mean, we still had more issues than that, man. I mean,
dude.
No one's going to say special teams.
Rhule talking about all the knee injuries and everything the guys were getting before they got there. My God.
Yeah. When he was talking about the new grass field.
Injuries? 49?
That wasn't just last season.
No. That was the previous staff.
Okay.
Yeah, previous staff. But for them to have to deal with that when they got here.
It's turf.
Man.
No one wants to play on turf anymore.
No.
It's just, and the results speak.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yep.
All right. So, Rhule continued on, and let's see, Holgorsen, once he was finally hired on full time, we started to see that offense churn out a little better, start to really have their timing down, start to know where they're going, what they're doing. Dylan, instead of trying to go for that home run ball, taking the check down to Emmett or whoever it may be. So the addition of Holgorsen is great, and to have him now full-time offensive coordinator, trust me, I think we're going to be all right. And once you hear Rhule, I have to agree with him. Here we go.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with Dana is, you watch him over TV over the years. You see like the Red Bulls, you see the craziness on the sidelines in terms of the energy. You see the play call sheet, and you're like, oh, it's going to be play calling. But Dana is all about execution. I mean, like there's times I want to go home and I'm like, are we done yet, Dana? Like he's a grinder. He works at it. He demands execution from the guys. He's not going to put too many plays in. So when you don't have a lot of plays, your guys have to make plays. And he now loves two-back power as much as he loves mesh. I mean, he's a football guy, and I think hiring him is really one of the best things I've ever done as a coach, because he's a friend to me. As a head coach, he can help me, but we're going to score a lot of points with him.
Here's what I like about that. He said Dana's not going to put in too many plays. So he's not looking to try and make this so complicated that nobody's going to pick it up, or there's going to be confusion every other play, or it wants a series. So that's, he said all the things I wanted to hear right there. And that's what I believe. I think Dana has the best interests of this program and team in mind. And I think he's going to really, really do what he can to the best of his ability to make this a premier place to be once again, especially on the offensive side of the ball. What do you think, Matt?
I couldn't agree more. I've watched him for a long time. Oklahoma State.
He's been fun to watch.
Houston, West Virginia. He's always been fun. One of my best friends on planet Earth, she is a West Virginia fan.
Sarah.
Yep, and you know her very well. And she even said, like, you guys just got a great offensive coordinator. And what he did at Oklahoma State, I mean, it was pretty impressive. I mean, that's a lower Big 12 school, was for years, and they put up big numbers. So, but you saw what he did also towards the end of the year. It looked like everything was simplified.
Yep.
It looked like players were running around faster.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have to overthink anything.
Exactly.
It's go out there and play. And I couldn't agree more on the fact that once you simplify the playbook, now it's about your team just going out there and just executing.
Yeah.
And making plays. And I think we have the personnel to do it. We have a lot of speed. I mean, we have a very gifted running back, and you saw that once Holgerson took over. Yeah, but when it comes to running back, now I'm worried about, like, what's the number 2, what's the number 3, what's the number 4, extra depth there. That'll sort itself out throughout the year. But there should be a lot of fun, in my opinion, and just cut down on the turnovers.
That's a given. I mean, every year you got to cut that shit out. You just do, especially if you expect to win every game. You've got to win the turnover battle. And if there's a game that you just can't, you better have the right personnel to overcome that adversity, because very few teams will turn the ball over multiple times in a single game and win. It does happen, but it's rare. Now, Kenny, you heard him talk about how Holgerson kind of, when you talk about him, you always hear the air raid, the Red Bull craziness. But it seems like when he got here, we're figuring it out that it's not his true personality. He's like a chameleon. He can adapt to his surroundings. And to me, that's kind of what I saw once he took that job full time. He adapted his own play style to what he knew his personnel on the field could do. So, I mean, that was things that coaches back in your day did as flawlessly. Coach Osborne could take a 1-2-star guy, which they didn't do stars back then, but a guy of that caliber, and turn him into a damn All-American by the time his career's over. So when you see a guy like Holgerson with this craziness of plays and things like that coming here and making it more, not just simplified, but more adaptable to Nebraska football, I mean, what do you think about that? Is it something we should worry about, that he someday just goes off the rails and goes all air raid again?
No, I think, we have to be honest, from when he came in midway or whatever point through the season, you can't throw all of your eggs in that basket at that time, because no coach is using the same verbiage when it comes to play calling, except for, I know from my time there, you know what I mean? So you can only give them so much during that time from your playbook on how you want it to be ran and simple. You said simplify, but they had to simplify the things. Yeah. Now he's had a winter, spring, and now they're having the camp. They're going to have a camp. So now you're having more time to implement the other things in it, but the guys have been getting the repetitions to it. So it's not new. The way you call your plays, what you're looking to do, how you're looking to attack, the things you're expecting, where you want them on this break on this play, where you want him to line that and get his mesh on that play, where you want the lineman to chip. You get what I'm saying? All of that stuff has been worked on from spring. It's going to be worked on even more now during the camp. And I think it's going to be a playbook, but it's not going to be the old school, what he used to do, because that's not what the offense is here.
Yeah.
If it was, then they would just have just said, this is what we want to run his old school playbook stuff. But I think with Coach Rhule's influence on it and him, hey, let's not do it this way. Let's do it this way. It's going to be toned down a bit, but I think it's still going to be open. I think it's still going to make stuff easier for Dylan. I think it's going to make stuff easier for the receivers and the running back. What we as fans just want to see, we just want to have a season where we see us not doing the bonehead stuff we've done in the past. Mm-hmm. And we can sit up here and say our O-line has improved from when we were habitually jumping off sides, habitually getting holding penalties, habitually blowing pass protection, not blocking, not giving holes for the running back where they had to bounce them outside and not be able to go between the tackles and guards and all of those things. So with all of that coming together, I mean, personally, I just want to see a year where I'm not cussing out my TV or wanting to break it. I mean, because I already have high blood pressure as it is. I don't need any more medicine because of these dudes. And I think, honestly, over the last couple of years, they've contributed to my high blood pressure. So we need to just get it together. And they better definitely have it together week of September the 20th.
You want to know another underrated aspect that I think a lot of people that really haven't talked about? It's Holgorsen. He was pretty much promoted to offensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. The bottom half of the season, and after the off season, like he had his hands in the transfer portal.
Oh yeah,
right with Rhule and Riola. I mean, they're talking. I think in a lot of ways that also helps because he can immediately get some of the guys that like he really wants in our offense to do some of the things that he wants to do, and that to me it just speaks volumes.
Yeah, I couldn't be happier with Holgorsen being on here. Like I'm with you, Matt. I enjoyed watching him when he coached at West Virginia, Okie State. I mean, all his stops, I have enjoyed watching what he's done, and I've always actually respected the guy. I mean, he doesn't get
fast.
Yes, and not to mention how he handles the team. You know, it doesn't matter what team he's been with. Though I've seen the way he interacts with the players, and I'm all for it. Like he's not over the top pissed off like Pelini had gotten, and he's not overly Mr. Rogers like we've had in the past as well with Riley. So he's that perfect balance, in my opinion, and he could be a little more brash than Rhule, but you could tell Rhule is rubbing off on him as far as personality-wise and really knowing what to say, when to say it, things like that. You could tell there's an influence both ways on each other. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what this offense is going to do. And I guess speaking of the offense, I mean, we've got to talk about the main ingredient, and that's Dylan Raiola, guys. I mean, freshman, 19-year-old sensation last year. Let's see. What did this young man have for stats last year? Pull that right up. There we go. Little over 2,800 yards through the air, 13 touchdowns, 11 interceptions with almost a 64 QBR. And look, he completed 275 out of 410 attempts with a just over 67% completion percentage. Averaged almost 7 yards per completion. His longest was a 59. And then, there's that glaring stat right there. He got sacked 27 times. I'm sure he doesn't want to feel that 27 times again or more. He you know what, guys? Offensive line, let's figure it out. How about half a dozen sacks for the season? Call it good.
Less.
Hey, I think Dylan after 27 would be happy with 6. Maybe. I don't know. But, we'll see what Dylan had to say here. We saw the clip and then the critique from people about how he was saying, Nebraska deserves to be back. They deserve to be back on top. And he went on to say, not because of me. So he's not saying that we deserve to be back there because he's here. I'll let you hear it from his own mouth here.
It's cool. Nebraska deserves to be back on the map. And it's not because of me or, something that I did, but it's just the type of program it is. It's a program ready to go win, and it's one of those top programs that's going to be put back on top. Yeah, I think just how they attack every day. You can tell, the way we start our workouts, we start in a group, we break it out, and kind of just everyone's juice for every workout. And it's very hard to keep that same energy, especially in the winter in Nebraska where it's cold and it's dark and you don't want to do some things. And they're just so motivated, and I'm proud of them. I'm proud of the work they put in. And we're here 4 or 5 days away from reporting for camp, and it's that time to go and do what we set out to do.
All right, Kenny, I wanted to bring it up to you. I mean, he brought it up, when you're in Nebraska in the winter and it's cold, it's dark, you don't want to do some things, but you get up and you get your ass out and you do it because it's your responsibility. You know that better than anybody. Coming from Arizona to this place to play, and you guys are up at 4, 5, 6 in the morning, dead of winter.
Hell no, we wasn't up that early. I don't know what the hell you talking about.
Man, I'm trying to make it sound good for you, Kenny. Come on.
This is that new age shit where they practice
regardless.
School.
Still cold as hell in the winter here.
It's the Kobe Bryant effect. So you get 3 workouts in a day while everyone else is getting 1.
No,
something like that.
That's the coaches having practice before school so they can go on and do what the hell they want to do for the rest of the day. Our ass was at practice at about 2 o'clock to about 4:30. And then we were at that stadium until 7:30 at night. So all this, we waking up early and doing all this waking and this that's bullshit. We were doing ours at the end of the day. It wasn't no big group thing other than winter conditioning. You went in there after your shit and you crashed still. You knew what you were supposed to do. You went in there, you crashed still, you talk trash. Yeah, mofo, I'll see you in the locker room. See y'all in the training table. That's it. So we didn't need all this kumbaya and kuna matata, holding hands. Let's go, brother. Nah, hey, bro. Hey, we knew conditioning was at this time. We would just say, man, you lifting after or before. Well, if you got to lift leg day, we got to do it a couple hours before because we're going to be pulling the sled today. We want to save our knees. So we're going to be pulling the stuff. So, let's do it afterwards. Now, if you went in early in the morning, that was just you. If you had a big break between classes, that was just on you. If you want to go do it then and then go do the rest of the stuff, you got out of the way. But most of us, I would say 90% of us was there doing our regular stuff. But other time, everybody was in there at different times. So okay. I'm happy they have that. That's good for them. But I wouldn't have made it getting up at 4 o'clock. Shit, please. Nah, that ain't happening, coach. I will be running the stairs every day because I am not getting up to go lift no weights and do none of that at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. It ain't happening. I complained about 7 o'clock to it. I was like, Coach Osborne, this is the dumbest thing I've ever experienced in my life. And why are we practicing twice a day? If they're too stupid to get it after one practice, then they don't need to be playing. It's just ridiculous.
Were the facilities even open that early when you were there? Like, could you just? Yeah, I was gonna say, could you just walk in and do whatever you wanted?
That 24/7 access stuff came when dude that hired he that shall not be named after Coach Solis when they had the little cards and scanned all the stuff. We didn't have that. We went to the front of the building. We waited. It was open. We went. Now some of the coaches would be there early, maybe 5 or 6, but none of us was there. We went. Are you serious? Man, look, 2 days in the morning that started at what, 7 or something. We were looking at them like, y'all dudes in here tripping, having us in here this damn early. This is stupid. We were like, this is just absolutely ridiculous. One day they pushed it early, they were doing something. We were like, hey, coach, it's too early to hear all this yelling, bro. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. What are you talking about, dude? It's too early. We in here getting tape. Everybody tired and pissed off and clothes not drawed away. You know what I mean? Because they had to wash everybody's clothes in the bags and agitated. And you in here yelling, come on, guys, give me this. Nah, bro. Slow down. I told him one time, say, dog, this ain't it, man. Don't talk. This ain't it, bro.
It worked. It worked, though.
Say, this ain't it, man. But that's because we wanted it to work. Because we knew what we were about.
Right.
We didn't need very much. Hey, man, we knew. Hey, we were all about that action, man. Let's go out here and buck these boys, and let's go home. We got stuff to do. We got some PlayStation to play, some dominoes and cards, a little dice game. Hey, let's go get it popping. You know what I'm saying? We go to the club, pick up a few squally dips, and then do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're about all that. So, hey, that's what it was, man. But that's good, though, man. They need that. Let's do it. Get it done then.
This has been your daily dose of truth from KC from AZ.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Pick up a few things at the club.
You know that right there. See, that's one thing I will agree with from the comment that I mentioned in the beginning. Yeah, there's a lot of times Kenny don't have to say much, but he says it so much better than I ever do. And I fucking love it, dude.
Yeah, man.
Crazy. Oh, God. All right, so, yeah, I mean, look, Matt, you look at the way Dylan's, presenting himself, the way he's talking, he sounds a lot more confident. He sounds a lot more ready to go. He's more sure of what he's got on the field as far as receivers go and running backs and his offensive line. I mean, I just straight up got to ask you, man, are we gonna see a sophomore slump?
To be honest, my honest opinion is I think it will get better. I mean, those are not phenomenal numbers. You're talking 13 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. That's almost 50.
Yep.
I mean, a slump. I mean, how do you get worse than that? I mean, and he didn't have a horrible year,
but it wasn't stellar.
It wasn't stellar. It was average.
Yes,
I'll say that.
For a 19-year-old freshman, I'd say it was a decent season.
Yeah, I honestly think that his numbers will be much better. I mean, the turnovers I want to see way less.
Oh yeah.
I mean, around the 7 to 8 range.
Yes, under double digits.
To me, is more manageable. I mean, even the greatest quarterback on earth, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, they get intercepted.
Yep.
I mean, things happen. I get that. Make the wrong decision when you're being pressured. When you're going up against a really good secondary team. I mean, stuff like that. So
sometimes you just have a brain fart. You throw the ball into a double coverage.
Exactly.
For some reason, you think it was single.
Or it's just one of those situations where, you know what? It's like, well, dang key's down there somewhere. Let's put it up.
Yeah. You predetermined where you're going to go.
Unfortunately. Exactly.
Yep.
But, I mean, I would expect the yards to go up. I mean.
Yeah, I'd expect at least 3,000 yards.
Yeah, he's a grinder, too. Rhule is not some just geek off the street that's coming in here his second year. I mean, now he's got a taste of how the Big Ten operates. I mean, a lot of defenses, it's still going to be the same defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. It's start doing film work. And I think he's done that. I would think over 3,000 yards. I think his touchdown to interception ratio, hopefully. I mean, I don't see how it could be any worse. I think we have better weapons this year.
I think so, too.
I mean, Barney being a sophomore, Cortez Mills coming in, who was like lightning in a bottle, Danke, Isaiah Hunter. I mean, and
moving Mosey to running back.
Yeah. It's just more weapons. And I think we did do that in the offseason. I think we got, hopefully, I mean, Dane Key, you go back and watch his tape. I mean, he's constantly getting separation, going up and getting those 50-50 balls. He's a very tough receiver. Like, he's not afraid of contact or anything like that. And Isaiah Hunter, like, he's really fast. I mean, he was a freshman last year, and he led Cal in receiving yards.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched him in their bowl game. He was very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of stuff that you need that right off the bat. And to find
that
those
was something that told me about Hunter, about his character too. I mean, he's already had decided he was going to transfer, but yet still played in Cal's bowl game.
Yep.
And
that speaks volumes to me too.
Factor.
So, but it's just I don't see how it can get worse unless if there's just major injuries. I mean, we have an improved offensive line that's going to give Rhule more time.
Yeah.
I mean, now get a good, solid run game in there so we can play action off of it. Bam. I mean, this is a football 101. You got to run the ball to open up the passing game.
Emmett's loading. Trust me. RB1. I think we're gonna see some amazing shit out of him.
I hope so too, but
I think it's gonna happen. I think it's the breakout.
Yeah, he's not a huge back.
No.
Can he hold up in the Big Ten schedule
over the summer?
Oh, I know he has, but it's still Big Ten. It's a beast.
Oh yeah,
like you're facing grind. Yeah. So I mean, can you do this day in and day out when we don't have a solid number 2?
Yeah,
That's that is my biggest fear for this offense. We have a solid number 1 running back.
Yes,
I think Emmett is going to have a good season, but you still need somebody behind him.
Well, yeah, everybody needs.
In my opinion, I mean, Kenny's shaking his head, so he might not agree.
No, I didn't know. No, that's not. I didn't know we didn't have. I didn't know. Did Dowdell leave or something?
Yeah,
he transferred.
See, y'all know I don't pay attention to that stuff. So that's why I'm like, we don't have a number 2.
We moved Isaiah Mosey, who's a true freshman. And Mekhi Nelson, the coaches are really high on Mekhi Nelson.
That's what I've been hearing too.
So, yeah. But I want to see it. I mean, I don't have access to practice. I wish I did. I'd be there every week.
Maybe we could get lucky and have a first game like we had last year against UTEP where we see our.
But we don't. We have Cincinnati.
I know, but it's.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, they're projected to be like the lower tier of the Big 12.
I don't care. I don't care where anybody's projected to be.
Exactly. So Indiana wasn't projected to be very good last year, and they made the playoff.
Thank you.
So I get it.
All right. Well, Rhule went on to say a couple more things, and toward the end of this clip, he had something directly to say toward Husker Nation because he thinks they're going to enjoy this. So I'll just let you all hear and see it right here.
Yeah, I think explosive. That's cliche, but I don't really know any other way to put it. Coach Holgerson's been vacationing all July, so it's kind of been our show running it, but it's been fun. Like, the guys know what we want. I know what they want, and so we just got to go out there and execute. I know the fans will love this, but running, I'm going to be excited to run a lot more this year. I've been training my butt off to run and be quicker and faster. But no, I think just the overall winning moments when the game comes down to the line, because every game we played was close, and it's either you make the play to win the game or you don't make the play and you lose the game. So being able to put ourselves in position to do that has been a big focus.
Now, Kenny, you heard this all the time when you played, how explosive the offense was. This is the first time I've heard anybody, even any of our players, say that this offense feels explosive. I haven't heard that in forever.
I mean, we're going to attack.
That's what I'm thinking, man. I mean, is that what it means to you? They're just going to go after it, balls to the wall?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, pause. But yeah, so that's exactly what it means. As long as they're not sweaty on that wall. But let's go back. Let's backtrack. But yeah, man. So, I mean, when you say explosive, what are we looking at? Downfield, play calling? Are we saying players? So when I hear it, I put everything together. You know what I mean? You're saying
Yep.
all around, from the run game, passing game, physicality. I'm putting it as a group, especially on the offensive side. Because most of the time people say explosive, they don't think defense, the defensive side. Let's just be honest. So sounds great.
Yeah.
Because that's what we want to see. Those are the things we've been hearing for the past couple of years. That's what we're expected when SF was there from his past coaching, Oregon,
UCF.
Central Florida. Yeah.
Yep.
But with that being said, he was supposedly getting the horses. Did we have the horses to be that explosive stuff we were looking for?
Good question.
You get what I'm saying? So for me, sounds great. Let's go out there and execute it and put it in play. Mm-hmm. So, as Matt said, 10-point difference. That's the simple stuff like a missed assignment on the block that could have got us 3 more yards, put in position for a field goal. It's
all about details.
That's something on defense where we didn't get that 3rd and 6, which would have pinned them back to where they would have punted. And let's say our offense was in the groove and we could have went down and got a touchdown or a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's the special teams, whatever the hell you want to call it, last year. It was something. Those and kickers. But
snaps is what most of it was. If you go back and watch, I mean, some of the snaps were just.
Oh, yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Can't skip a ball.
I agree.
Yeah, but if it's explosive, we want to see it. Let's put words to action. If you ask me, I want to see the words put to action. Like I said, so we can have something to cheer about and not want to drink excessive amount of beer about because we're depressed and pissed off.
Or I think one of the most underrated things, especially about Holgorsen, is too. Go back and watch his Oklahoma State days, his West Virginia days, his Houston days. He's constantly attacking.
Yeah,
taking what the defense gives him and then just going right at it. And I think that's kind of been missing. Under Osborne, it didn't matter what the defense was doing. This is what we're going to do. You already know this is what we're going to do. We're just going to do it better than you can stop it. Mm-hmm. And I think Holgorsen is more along the lines of, here's what you do great, and we're going to go right after it also, but just do it in a different way. So, and Holgorsen is very, very, very detailed on how to do it, especially when he was the offensive coordinator at Oklahoma State. He knew how to take their strength and go right at them, but in a different way.
Yeah.
And that's why he's so successful, in my opinion. But maybe I'm seeing it different, but that's just me.
I don't think you are right now. No. Until we see something happen with this offense to where they're just not producing points or yards or just doing the little things right, I think we can just assume at this moment Holgorsen's got the ship on the right path right now.
I hope. That's
we
got to see it.
Exactly. We won't know until August 28th, period.
Again, I think we have a good team. Just especially on offense. The only thing that really, really scares me, like I said, is just the running backs.
Yep.
We need some guys to step up and seriously play at a high level. Emmett, we know can do it.
Oh, yeah.
But we've only seen one game from Quentin Ives.
Yep.
We've seen nothing from anyone else.
Nothing.
So that's all. Offensive line, good. Quarterback, I think we have a star in the making. I think we have pickups that can also perform at a high level.
Yep.
Wide receivers, I also think we're loaded.
Yeah.
So it's just running back just scares the hell out of me right now.
For me, going back to what Dylan said about improving on his running ability, that's something I was hoping he would do, just for the simple fact I remember against Ohio State, he finally started to scramble. He had some big runs. He picked up first downs. The problem with that was that very next game, I believe it was against UCLA, he tried taking off too much. He was looking to run first before going through all his progressions because of the success he had running the game prior. So now what I'm hearing from him is obviously he has slimmed down a little. He's gotten a little quicker. He's more mobile.
Yeah, he dropped about
pocket.
15 pounds.
That's awesome. That gives you more speed right there. You're lighter on your feet. He's going to be able to be more mobile in that pocket. And when things open up and we're, as fans watching on TV, seeing 10, 12, 15 yards of nothing but green ahead of him, he's going to have the notion to take off and pick up whatever he can, just like he did against Colorado, just like he did against Ohio State. Not like he did against UCLA, because he was thinking run first, pass second. Now it seems to me like he's got the right connection going in the brain. He's got the right organization skills now. He's compartmentalized what he needs to. Now we're going to see a young man that I think is going to make a hell of a jump. I've always got a soft spot with quarterbacks that can run and will take on a hit. That's why I love Harburg. I loved watching him play quarterback. Wasn't the best quarterback.
Than him trying to throw the ball. But
thank you for taking
not,
the
again,
out of my mouth.
Not all his fault. Again, we didn't have
no.
the receivers were not the greatest either. I mean, we were starting 2 true freshmen.
Yeah, you give me a quarterback that's going to lower his head when he takes off running. Oh man,
I agree.
Looking at the heartstrings. But Dylan doesn't need to be that guy. But I would like him to see, like he says, to be more mobile, to be quicker, to look to run when things open up. I mean, at that point, nope, to hell, I'm not even going to try that. I wouldn't run the option with him. You don't want to take the risk. Nope, never mind. Get that one the hell out of my damn head on that one.
That's not the kind of quarterback he is.
No. But it's heartening to hear that he's worked on his running ability. He's slimmed down. He's gotten a little quicker, lighter on his feet. So, yeah, now I want to see that come to fruition in that first game. If there's pressure, the pocket breaks down. I want to see how well he sidesteps, how well he slides, how well he's ready to look downfield. Yes, exactly. All those things. And he did them all very well last year. Don't get me wrong. He did them all very well. But there was still room for a lot of improvement in all aspects of his game. And he did some of that improvement by the end of the season. So, I got full confidence in Dylan. I've got full confidence in Holgorsen. Got full confidence in Rhule. That just won't change. So as far as what the thumbnail says, Rhule-Aid, sip or chug, I'm chugging like a son of a bitch. I don't give a damn.
And I am too. I mean, it's hard to not look. He doesn't complain. He doesn't make excuses. I mean, I love coaches like that.
Yeah,
I love it. That's all Frost did, pretty much. It seemed like. You've never heard Rhule complain once.
I
know.
We're gonna get into that here right before we're done.
Got to be the adult in the room, and Frost was more like one of his fucking players.
Exactly. Yeah. He acted like a player when he came back to coach.
You guys keep talking. I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh, all right. So, I mean, Kenny, we're getting down to it. We've got a couple more clips. We got one from Marquise Buford. And, of course, we've got a couple spliced together from Deshaun Singleton. I'll play those here in a minute when Matt gets back. And then we'll go over some of the defensive stats from last year. I mean, I showed them to you before we started. As far as defense goes, their rankings and everything that actually did surprise me how high they were. I mean, I think it was 8th in the country in rushing defense, 18th in total defense. I was like, wow, okay, you guys did do some work. I mean, obviously, they won us many games last year. They kept us in the ones minus Indiana that we lost. So, I mean, the UCLA game, they forgot to show up for that one.
Right.
Everybody forgot to show up for that game.
Crazy.
That is the one game I look back on last year. I'm like, how the hell did we lose that game?
Right.
And in Lincoln, how? You got a first-year coach there. I think they had a first-year starter at quarterback. I could be wrong on that. but they had a lot of new pieces, not just staff, but personnel wise on the field. And I still look back at it like, how the fuck did we lose that game? So, all right, Matt, glad you're back.
Sorry, kids.
No, you're good. I was just telling Kenny, we've got a couple more clips, one from Marquise Buford and one from Deshaun Singleton. They were the two defenders at Big Ten Media Days representing the Big Red. And so we'll go ahead and start off with Marquise Buford. Here's what he had to say.
Everybody's just trying to improve on where they were last year at the end of the season after that bowl game. A lot of guys, we were excited about the bowl game win, but, we're never satisfied in that case. And, we're just excited to be able to have a fresh slate this year to show off what we've been doing all offseason. I feel like just like any other team in this league, national championship is always at the forefront of our mind. But, we're just sticking it out first this Sunday, moving into the dorms, getting ready for camp, and then obviously August 28th, excited for that first game of the season.
All right, you heard the cliche. I mean, and he even pretty much acknowledges it with the head nod, national championships. That's the goal. But like he said, they're just looking forward to getting the season underway. It sounds to me like these guys, and these are defensive backs talking here, they're chomping at the bit to get out on that field already. So it sounds to me like some corners, some safeties, they're going to be looking to lower the boom this year. Now, granted, don't get a damn flag when you do it, guys. Please keep that head to the side. Make sure you get there when the ball does. Don't try and blow him up when he's not looking. Just be smart about it. But, I mean, Kenny, you had to go up against some of the most ferocious defenses that this program's ever produced day in and day out. So, I mean, what could you say about the defense going into this next season anyways? Because I'm about to pull up their statistical stats, and they pop out. They really do. You look at it. Overall, 18th in the nation, 8th in the nation rushing defense. This is where I'm looking for the improvement, and this is why I like hearing what I'm hearing from Deshaun and Marquise. The passing defense is ranked 65th last year. So, I mean, there's definitely room for improvement there. So, they gave up a little over 2,800 yards in the air. It was one of those things. They gave up 216 yards per game in the air, but only barely over 100 on the ground per game. And then 307, almost 318 yards per game total. So, I mean, you look at those, and it's one of those things where I knew our defense did a hell of a job last year. And like I said, minus that Indiana game where just nobody showed up.
We got our ass whooped.
That's an understatement. That game was over at halftime. Sweet Jesus.
Hey, we weren't ready.
No, not at all. But looking at this defense, and especially looking at where they were statistically at the end of last year, hearing what the coaches say about the guys that are replacing what we've lost just on the defensive line, it doesn't sound like we're going to have a drop-off. So, Kenny, could we be looking at a true resurgence of the black shirts this year to carry on what has been started a couple of years ago from Tony White?
I hope so. Honestly, I mean, I think those statistics will be better, except outside of the outlier games where they just had mental collapse.
Yeah.
I mean, they played well until they had those mental collapse games where we were like,
yep.
What the hell is going on? You know what I mean? Like that Indiana was something.
Oh.
I mean, the back shoulder was, yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I've rewatched it numerous times to see where the problem was, and it was always in their secondary.
Yeah. So, I mean, it just depends on how we, or how they, shall I say, let me not say we, how they want to see what they did last year, see what was successful, add to it, modify some things, change some things where they weren't as successful, and correct the deficiencies in that. So hopefully they rebuild on that. Like I said, defense won us a lot of games past couple years, and that hasn't been many.
Under Rhule.
So I mean, it's just all about getting better and taking care of their business. So I hope they can improve. I hope they're hungry. You lose Robinson and bitch Hotchmacher. What they said, Hutmacher, big boy up there.
Yep.
Other ones
Polar
play.
bear.
You should be coming in there ready to go.
Yeah, they're saying Van Poppel and Elijah Judy. Those are two guys that are ready to fill in right now in those two spots. And apparently Judy's really opening the coach's eyes right now.
Yeah.
And a lot of the things that I hear is Van Poppel is
he's a beast.
He's Ty Robinson 2.0.
That's scary.
He's just leaner and faster.
Oh my God.
So that'll be fun.
The stat I thought was funny for our defense was our offensive line gave up 27 sacks last year, but our defense got every single one of them back. They ended up with 27 sacks on the season. So that to me, I'm like, holy hell. And then what was it? They ranked 41st in team tackles for loss. So holy hell. I mean, I saw this last year in numerous games. I saw flowing to the ball. I saw gang tackling. I saw guys, once they had a hold of them, not letting the fuck go until help got there. That is the one thing that has drove me out of, and this is finally the cussing rant that I've been waiting for. This is the one fucking thing that has drove me out of my fucking mind for so fucking long is guys missing tackles wide open. You got a hold of them, but somehow you let the son of a bitch slip the fuck away and scamper off for 45 fucking yards for 6 points.
Yep.
I didn't see it. Well, I saw it in the Iowa game last year one time. That better not happen again.
Yeah, but that's happened for years and years and years.
Exactly.
It's not just this year.
Exactly. I didn't see it on a consistent basis last year.
Exactly.
Finally, I saw guys, once they had a hand on somebody, they found a way to hold on until help arrived. And that is one thing, Kenny, that I always watched when you were there, even before your time. I'm talking about when Charlie McBride first got there. I'm talking about watching guys just float. By the time the ball carrier has the ball, whether it's a pitch play to the running back or a little hitch route to a receiver, you've got 3, 4, 5 defenders already there by the time he's got the ball. Yep. And I was starting to see the same thing last year.
Yeah, so, you better have been over there.
I agree.
That's the thing.
Let them have seen you not run to that ball. Man, please. Please. You better have been over there. And I'm sure all those guys, he asked some defensive guys what was expected of them to do. I bet they would say it in harsher words of what he expected them to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're used to seeing when that defender, that ball carrier, has the ball, or 4 or 5 guys over there. It was expected.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what position, be it O-line, off defensive lineman, linebacker, of course the secondary people there, but even in interior people, you were expected to be there. Mm-hmm. Backfield, you expected to be there if they grab that running back. You better have your tail over there to assist with that and get them down. There was not an off play. There were no off plays. And you need that mindset as a defense, a defensive unit, that there are no off plays.
Mm-hmm.
You chase somebody down the field to try to make a play. You never know what might happen. That's just a mindset. Like I said, it was a mindset. Yeah, we've seen a lot of missed tackles. We've seen a lot of the worst thing we've all seen. I'm sure you guys can attest to that. Is angles.
No.
Yep.
How many plays have we let go because of our tackling angles, pursuit angles, blitzing angle?
Yep.
That has been cleaned up in the last couple of years. You know
it cost us the USC game this last year.
Yeah.
Couple bad angles from D-backs.
Those things have cost us so much in the last umpteen years that it was at the point of disturbing. Like, are they practicing? Remember, we were all saying, are they practicing tackling?
No, they fucking
Under
weren't.
Frost, they weren't. That's the point, though.
And it's so ironic that we saw the clarity in we saw the difference between when Scott was let go And then when Mickey became the interim head coach.
Yes.
Remember that next game, how the tackling was totally different?
Yeah.
They knew how to
Like
do it.
100 times better.
And we were like,
It's football.
They tackled. Remember they said we practiced more on hitting, we tackled more. And Angles said, what?
Yeah, what was Frost's answer for not tackling practice? Well, I don't want my players to get injured. It's fucking football.
They're going to get injured
This
out
is
there
what
if they don't get
you
injured
do.
now.
How do you practice tackling? Well, let him hit a dummy. No, you fucking make them tackle each other.
Yeah.
Look at
That tackling dummies go get you in a 5-inch, 1 foot area and shake you. Yeah, right.
Under Frost, a tackling dummy might have been able to beat up some of our players.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I was saying the Riley with that one.
But this is what you get when you hire a defensive-minded head coach.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's going to show up every day and be like, guess what? You guys are going to fucking hit today. You don't like it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't ask whether you like it or not. I'm telling you, you're going to hit today. And get used to it, because we're going to do that every day. Fuck. It's fucking football. How the fuck are you not going to hit each other and expect to be good at tackling?
Well, I'll give you a small segue into the next clip. I'll tell you how we do it is we get dogs on this team. If there's one guy that got interviewed at media days that flat out said we got some dogs on this team, that's Mr. Deshaun Singleton. I'll let you hear what he had to say right here.
Dominant. I want us to be dominant, man. I don't want nobody to score on us. I want us to be dominant the whole game, the entire game, from first quarter to the fourth. Limiting big plays, that's nothing but eliminating missed tackles, eliminating missed assignments. You know what I'm saying? And winning your one-on-ones. That's how you eliminate big plays. So that has a lot to do with film study. That has a lot to do with practice habits. And that just has a lot to do with dog. You know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like we have a lot of dogs on this team, man, and I'm excited. Just the chemistry between us, we all want the same thing, and we all want to play in the NFL. We all want to be great. We all want to do something for our families that we haven't done, and no one has done. And a lot of us come from different backgrounds. A lot of us come from different areas, and that just brings us as one, knowing we all want the same thing. It's special. I just know that I have to go out there and perform. And I know as a team we have to go out there and perform. But dealing with Coach Butler and Coach Addy has been nothing but special, and I'm excited to see what we're going to do this year.
I'm agreeing 100% there. I'm excited to see what those guys can fucking do this year too. I really am.
Yep.
Deshaun hits it. I mean, look, you can hear it in Deshaun's voice. He's calm about what he's talking about. He's confident about what he's talking about. He knows what he's seeing from his teammates and the coaches every day out there in practice, in the weight room, in film. He knows we've got something. This is the consensus that I'm seeing. I'm seeing a pattern here from all these clips that I have played. Confidence. I am actually seeing and hearing confidence from not just the coaches, but now each player. And I'm not just talking about these guys that have been at media days either. I'm talking about guys over the summer that have been interviewed by doing things in their community and things like that. The way they talk about the team, the way they talk about how they almost do nothing alone anymore. These guys are one heartbeat now is what it seems like. So I'm right there with Deshaun. I mean, Kenny, you already said it. It's kind of now we want to see it. We're hearing everything we want to hear. But now we got to see it.
Yeah. I mean, in the words of the famous Andre Ward, when he was sitting across from Carl Froch in their face-off, no more talk.
Yep.
That's it. No more talk. Otherwise, to me, you're going to be selling wolf tickets.
Yep.
I want to hear your wolf tickets. Hey, in the words of Marshawn Lynch, I'm about that action, boss.
Yep.
Let's go get it.
Well, I'm only here so I don't get fined. That's all.
Well, do you want a bag of Skittles?
That was hilarious.
On an unrelated note, I got to say one thing about Marshawn Lynch. That some of the movies and shows that dude's in, he is funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
Dude, he knows how to be funny. So, all right. So, I mean, we've pretty much covered as far as what the team has said, what their expectations are. And, we'll go over our season expectations on, I believe it's August 24th. We're going to do an episode with a Nebraska recruit expert, Tim Verghese. We're going to have him on with us to just preview each game for the season. We'll try and get that one done in like an hour as well. I think it's possible because
that one will be fun.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm not going to research the other team's stats because I don't care about them. I don't care who they have as returning starters. I just care about if we can handle when we go against that opponent. That's all I care about. So, and I know Tim, he'll come prepared majorly because it's his job. Right. So he'll probably come with some, returning starters for the other teams. There's season
Tim's a stud.
Oh yeah. So he's gonna be an excellent guest.
He is amazing. Like when it comes to recruiting, I follow probably his stuff more than anyone else's.
He seems to really know his shit. That's for damn
He does, and he pays attention.
Yes, he does.
Everything. He's like Mike
here.
What's the dude for the NFL?
Oh, Kipper or
no, God.
You're not thinking Mel Kiper, are you?
No, not Mel Kiper. The main guy that's on there that always gets the insider information.
Oh,
for every can't remember his name, but that's kind of how Tim is for Nebraska. And
good.
He is phenomenal. He is
I can't
so good at what he does.
That's going to be fun. That'll be our episode before the first game. That'll be a fun one to do. So,
yeah. Too bad there's not a lot of recruiting news because that dude knows more about recruiting than any single person in the country when it comes to Nebraska.
Shit, we can still ask him things when he's on. It don't matter.
Yeah.
All right. So before we get ready to start to wind it down here, there's a couple more things to show. One more clip from Rhule. And, anybody watching or listening, I know if you're a Husker fan, you love to hear Rhule talk. So I was nice enough to give all y'all at least this is a full 3-minute and 14-second clip. Now, this is what Rhule had to say, about what Frost said at the Big 12 Media Days. And it is quite a lengthy explanation, but if you really pay attention to the words, you listen to what he's saying, he is right on every single point he makes. The only thing I will always disagree with him on here, Scott Frost can fuck right off in my head. I don't know if I can ever forgive the man. I just don't. What he did
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't know if I can. It'd take a hell of a lot of mountain moving for me to forgive that man as a fan. So, all right, but here's Rhule's thoughts. Thank you.
I'll say it.
And Kenny's going under the mantra that if you ain't got nothing nice to say, you just don't say nothing at all.
I'm going to say something about it.
Oh, shit. All right, well, I'll play the clip first then. All right, here you go.
I've always, first of all, I have a ton of respect for Scott. And I've always been very empathetic for what he went through because, this was his home. If you guys fire me tomorrow, I'm just going to go back to Cape May and sit on the beach and go back to where I'm from. But, this was his home, right? And so, this offseason, we put up a huge picture of Scott as a player in the coach's area because I took a picture and I sent it to Ryan Callahan down there because I can't imagine, what that feels like for him, right? I know what it felt like to get run out of Carolina. And I would say to people, I don't think I took the right job for me. It wasn't the right fit. That doesn't mean it's a bad. No, I will say this. This was not a good job when I got here. We were behind on NIL. The facilities weren't what they were. Everything was behind. Trev convinced me, hey, Matt, this is going to, by the time we get to the point where we're going to be able to pay players, this is the only Big Ten school with no debt. We're going to, this, right now we're talking about 20.5. It's going to go up percentages every year. And we're at a place where we have the best facility in football. We have everything that we could want. We make more of an investment in nutrition than any other team in the country. I mean, look at all of our sports
look at how they're all blossoming right now because of the investments we're making in nutrition, sports science. Like, there wasn't a sauna in the facility when we first got there, and now you got to pick between a steam room, a sauna, an infrared sauna, your personal sauna. Like, those were investments. Scott came at a time he had COVID, he had all these different things. So I can't talk about his time, but what I can say was this wasn't a good job. Yeah, it was not a good job, but we've made it a good job, and we're about to make it a great job. This will be one of the best jobs in the country, and like that's why sometimes recruits will say, like, Coach, if you win, what are you going to do? I'm like, I'm gonna stay right here. Like, the only thing I ever think about is getting a lake house in one of these lakes in Nebraska I keep hearing about. No one ever invites me, but like it wasn't. But the thing is like you walk in and everyone's like, well, that was Scott's fault. In Carolina, said that was Matt's fault. But like good programs, like it's everybody. So like, why are we going to win now? We're going to win because of Troy. We're going to win because of Tom Peed. We're going to win because of Sean Peed. Like, if the Peeds don't do what they did in 1890 and the investment they made this spring, we're dead. Like, we're dead. Because these other schools, like, they have all of this. And so the investment that Peeds made, the investments we're about to make in this stadium. Now, I don't know what the stadium is, so don't ask me, because I purposely don't know. So when people ask me, I can be like, hey, guys, I have no idea. But I keep hearing about what the stadium's going to be. But Trev articulated it, and what Troy's done is Troy's come in, and he's not been afraid to take heat. He's made decisions that he feels like are right, and that's what makes it a good job. When your leaders are going to make decisions that they think are right, no matter what the public outcry is, then you have a chance to be really, really successful. So think about the job I took. Trev's gone, Admiral Carter's gone, but now I got Jeff Gold, I've got Troy Dannon, I've got Haven Susan, I've got all the things that you could need. So I think Scott was just talking about for him. Wasn't the right fit, and I respect that, and I feel for him, and I want him to always know, like, man, like the things he did at this school, like I want him always to feel like he could come back and has a home there.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'll disagree with him on. No, don't fucking come back.
He doesn't have the balls to.
Kenny, I brought this one up to you, man. They're honoring your guys' 95 title against Michigan this year. It's the 30-year anniversary. In 2 years, we're going to have a 30-year anniversary from the 97 team. If Rhule and company are still here, Frost will get an invite. You think he'd have the balls to show up?
If he's still coaching, they'll be playing that Saturday, bro.
Yep.
So,
oh, shit, that's right. Damn, didn't even think of that.
It depends on when.
What if they got a bye week? What
if they usually do something like that on a non-conference game.
Yeah.
So and he'll be coaching that week. Yeah. He will.
It's kind of hard to say, man. I mean, for me, I understand everything Coach Rhule was saying. I understand what he was saying about 1890 and blah, blah, blah. And saunas and hot tubs. Who gives a shit about saunas and hot tubs? We whoop ass without saunas and hot tubs and all that fancy shit. We just crash steal and handed out ass whoopings on Saturday. That was it. So when all these schools talk about, I get the money to the players, whatever, that stuff. Okay, whatever. But all this, we need this and that to compete. No, you need to crash steal. You got to have dogs. You got to want to do it. You got to know that you're going to whoop the people across from you, and that's it. Point blank, period. All that other stuff is out of the loop. So how were we whooping ass for 30-something years without all of that?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So now that's my take on that. Now, regarding Scott, I didn't care that he said that. I'm not going to tear into his ass like that. But I got to pause on that. Woo, not going to tear into him like that. But
Kenny got a Diddy moment.
Woo! But this is what I'm going to say. I want everyone, and even you guys, to remember the first thing I said about Scott when he got that job was, I said it on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. He shouldn't be saying that.
Yep. I remember you saying that.
He shouldn't be talking about the kids like that. Yep. They're your kids. Once you get there, you coach them up. And people had something to say. Oh, well, like always, whenever you say something, they don't agree. They feel, oh, you're just not Nebraska and everything, Kenny, and blah, blah.
Shut up.
If I'm a head coach and I'm in a position of power, this is where narratives come into play.
Yep.
If
I
I'm
already
giving
know what
you
you're
the
gonna say.
narrative that the kids aren't doing A, B, C, D, and I'm the head coach, you're going to buy into it. If I'm telling you this kid isn't doing this and that, you're going to buy into it. If I'm telling you these kids are lazy, they're this, they're not that, you're going to buy into it because you're going to take me and my credibility and use it as word is bond. And I made the comment at the time, Urban Meyer didn't say that. Now, difference was Ohio State. When he got to Ohio State, he coached them up.
Right. And his comment was, these are now my players.
Yeah, these are now my players. I remember when, who was that? One of Urban Meyer's former coaches got the Texas job, and he had said something. And he was like, nah, that's Urban Meyer called him out years ago when he said that. He's like, that's bull crap. They're your players. Once you take that job, they're your players.
Yeah.
And all that excuse and throwing him, and there was never any accountability that he had taken during his time as the head coach at Nebraska, and everyone made an excuse for him.
Yeah.
Oh, Kenny,
I'm guilty of it.
We did it. Exactly.
And I'm like, no, guys, y'all got to understand. People, y'all know that's why they didn't go to the bowl game, right?
Yeah. You told me about this one, Kenny.
You knew that, right, Matt? Those kids turned
on
him.
Yeah. You saw it when they started playing for Mickey.
Yeah. Those kids turned on him. That's why they didn't want to go to the bowl game.
Yep.
You wanted to go. They were like, nah.
Because he says one thing and then does different.
Yeah. Talk crazy about
it's everything.
So I'd say Nebraska fans in the sports media in Nebraska has never held him accountable for anything.
Yep.
You've created this monster. So now you feel disrespected at what he said. You've enabled that. And I've always said back, a lot of us like, dude, do you not read the room? Do you not have a PR person? But y'all created this arrogant dude that feels free to say what the he wants and how the F he wants.
Yep.
Because there hasn't been any consequences to him saying that.
All the expectations are just
was pats on the back. He's saying this and that and this. No. So don't be upset now, even though you should be, but you've enabled that.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw the comments on that thing, I was like, oh no. But then I'm like, I expect them to say something like that. There's still no accountability. There's still no I could have done A, B, C, D, E, F, G to Z better. It was this fault. It was that fault. The kid's fault. The kicker's fault. The quarterback's fault. This and that. No, you call that onside kick. You were making a decision. You got rid of Troy Walters. You were getting rid of coaches because it was never on you. But I'm gonna let somebody else take care of the play call, but then you still call on play. Come on now. At what point is it you?
So, you can't yell at your players for coming in drinking the night before, possibly hungover, when you're still drunk coming into practice from the night before.
Yeah, it's just no accountability, man. And
it's
sad. I hope they forgive him, but I think personally he needs to make amends to the fans, to his players.
Yeah, but how?
To the state of Nebraska.
That's great.
I mean,
it should a heartfelt apology and come clean and just say, you know what, it was all on me.
But even after a heartfelt apology, I mean, who's going to actually believe that it's heartfelt?
Dude, it would have to be like 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not that. I mean, I just if it was open and honest.
Oh
yeah, he burnt a lot of bridges.
He nuked them.
So
he nuked a lot of his bridges.
And the fact that he just keeps saying it, like, don't take the wrong job. Motherfucker, you think UCF is better than Nebraska then?
The line
I know, but that's how I take it. Like, you guys have nothing.
The line he said that got to me was he didn't really want to take the job. When he said,
why'd you take it?
Exactly.
I know why you took it. Chetta, bitch.
Exactly. a cool
That's
$7,
it.
$8, $9 million.
Yeah, cool. And you know what? We're going to pay you every last dollar of it. We also paid you every last dollar of it to get you the fuck out of here, too.
Exactly.
And
Paid you
I'm cool with
$15
that.
million to get the hell out.
Yeah, now, why Trev gave him an extension?
Oh.
The fuck?
Hey.
Why? He never earned it. That's something that pissed me off.
But I'm going to say something.
Yeah, I know.
Remember when I
You
said
always
something
do.
about that? Remember when I said something about that? And I was like, it must be nice.
Well,
and everybody's like,
yep.
oh, Kenny, you don't know, and blah, blah, blah. And this is what he's trying to do. And I was like, an extension must be nice to get. Wish I can not do well at my job. Remember, I made the comment, and everybody,
I remember.
I mean,
I wish I could fail at my job and get a raise.
I wasn't saying it from a place of hating. I'm saying it like, wow.
But me as a hopeful Nebraska fan, I'm like, well, he got this extension fan because he's got to turn it around.
Right.
It was the hope.
Yeah. Well,
and
we've had hope long enough. I'm fucking tired of hope.
And for me, I'm going to give anyone the benefit of the doubt, even when you hear rumors, until you hear from a actual source that was right there for 99% of it, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But when I hear it from somebody that was around you damn near the whole time and confirming these rumors, you're done. All right? You flat out fucking lied to all of us. You flat out threw players and coaches under the bus. Like Kenny said, the man never took accountability for it. And he still hasn't. To me, it would be like a decade from now before I would even consider accepting an apology from his ass. All right, so screw it. Scotty's done. I'd say good luck at Central Florida, but I don't mean that one damn bit. I hope you lose every fucking game this year. So help me God, if they make the playoffs before us, I will drive to Florida and I'm going to beat the shit out of him myself.
Yeah, but out of Rhule's comments that he made, he's like, this was not a good job. Now it is a good job, and we're going to turn it into a great job.
I agree. It was not a good job when he got here, but let's think of how it became a bad job when he got here.
Exactly. But when he says, like, we're going to make this a great job.
Yes.
Like, that I appreciate.
I believe it.
I hope he's right, because if he can turn it into a great job, that means that we are winning.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, one last little rant before we get out of here, and I guess it's not even really a rant, but it was just something PJ Fleck said during his time during media days, and it caught a lot of Husker fans off guard, I noticed on Twitter. So, because, a lot of us haven't really had much nice things to say about PJ Fleck.
The Fleck man.
Yeah. But he was quoted to say this about Rhule and Nebraska. One of the most dangerous teams in the Big Ten is Nebraska. That is a straight up quote from his press conference at Big Ten Media Days. Now, look, full transparency here. Never been a fan of the guy. Still not. I think he's a smug son of a bitch. I can't stand his face. I'd rather punch him than look at him. But he is a good coach. What he's done at Minnesota can't be denied. What he has done with that program can't be denied. I still don't like him. I appreciate the kind words for the program and for Rhule, but respectfully, fuck you, PJ. I still don't like you, dude. I just don't. You're stupid ass. Let's sprint to the other end of the field after the third quarter bullshit or after every quarter. Stop trying to impress people, dude. This isn't high school football. We don't do that shit at this level. All right. Your team's
That's what you got to do.
Your team's cohesive already. You don't need them to waste fucking energy running from one end of the field to the other. Jackass. That's the reason they take commercial breaks in between quarters, for God's sake. I'm sorry. And the whole row the boat shit. I'd love to stick an oar up his ass. I just would.
Hey, pause.
I personally have no problem with Fleck. So
a lot of people don't.
He's different. But, well, it works. It's Minnesota's, they're a pretty good team. They have been since he's been their coach. So
yes, he's definitely brought them up from where they were. That's for sure.
All I'll say is I hope his comments are right.
I think, like I said, I still don't like the smug son bitch, but I'm going to agree with this comment here. Yeah. Kenny?
Hey, man, I don't have any problem with the dude, except I honestly don't have any problem with the dude. I think he's hilarious. I think he's gotten his players and the people he recruits to buy in to what he's saying and what he's selling. But you guys have heard me say this a million times over. I think all of them are car salesmen.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I think they all give that. It's going to be that. I think our coach is a car salesman. Not saying it's a bad thing, but the way they talk, it's all, guys.
Yeah, that's everyone, though. That's the industry now.
But the ones who aren't, here's the funny part. The ones who aren't, people think are assholes. Nick Saban.
Yep.
Yeah.
Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
Ryan Day.
Yep.
Bob Stoops.
Yeah.
But they were still car salesmen too.
But I'm saying, all the ones who just like,
give
you all that fluff and shit. Hey man, this is what we trying to do. Boom, boom, boom. People like, oh, that's so arrogant. No, they getting rid of all the fluff. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Stuff. But you gotta sell it as a head coach. I get it. You can't just be up there and be like, hey, and be dry. No, you got.
How many people thought Osborne was actually a nice guy? The motherfucker never smiled.
Right. A lot of people didn't know that. Yeah.
So
he gave it to you straight up, but they knew the character of the man. But he was Coach Osborne was dry. Well, got to do this and I'm sure they were like, hey, Coach, we need you to get live up in here. You know what I mean? He wasn't as animated as the other good guy, Bobby Bowden.
But how was he at practice?
Same.
Really?
Jesus.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
That's fucking awesome. I love it.
So what
he had the coordinators.
What you saw is what you saw. So I mean, like, Kenny, all right, Coach. That's all it took for us.
Man.
We didn't need to, hey, blah, blah, blah. No, he's like, hey, Kenny, come on, darn it, guys. You got to just make sure that was it. But it wasn't in he never demeaned us or never yelled at us.
Oh,
it was like,
that's amazing.
Hey, Kenny, you got to make sure. Yes, sir, Coach. That's it. That's all it took. We didn't need to be.
Yeah, but he also had your guys' respect.
Yeah. So it was more, hey, guys, we got to make sure we do A, B, C, and D. Okay, Coach.
Yes, sir.
All right. Make sure you go around. This is why we're doing that. Okay, Coach. That was it. So, but yeah, I mean, Fleck is interesting. That roll your boat thing is corny. Y'all know I don't.
I agree.
Y'all know I don't like corny shit.
Every coach has some mantra that they live by, and Rhule's got his too. He's just not all open and all about like the hill he's going to die on.
Yeah, I just need him to have a better neck than what he has right now. This guy doesn't have a neck, and it's disturbing me. I really have a problem with it.
To me, PJ Fleck reminds me of, because you hear about it almost every year at the end of the season for Minnesota, that other teams are looking at PJ Fleck, or PJ Fleck's looking to become a head coach here or there. He reminds me of that girlfriend that always just threatens she's going to leave, but damn well she ain't going nowhere.
I just want more money.
Just saying. It just seems like every single year this man is thinking of going somewhere else, or you're hearing rumors of him going somewhere
It's not even about that. He's rumored. Like
always,
he's on like a top 5 list.
Now, if Rhule has a stellar year, we're going to start hearing that shit about him after this year.
And then there was a rumor saying that when the UCLA job came up 2 years ago, that he wanted that job.
I heard the same thing.
But if you ask him about it right now, he's like, no, I'd never leave Minnesota.
Well, of course, you don't want to let recruits know you were thinking of leaving.
You're right. You're the really hot girlfriend with a really hot guy, but you just,
Minnesota,
you're not leaving
my boo. Minnesota's his boo thing.
But as of right now in the Big Ten, what's a better job, UCLA or Minnesota?
As of right now, this moment,
for weather.
Yeah, if you go weather-wise, there's no comparison. But if you're going program-wise, right now I'd say Minnesota's up there.
That's just my honest opinion. I mean,
Yeah, no,
you
Minnesota.
get the great weather in Cali.
Oh, that's an
Not other
understatement.
not other great things.
Yeah. Well, I could think of a couple other great things, but
Oh, there's many.
there's
great
the dog
things
in me
on the
coming
West
out.
Coast. Yeah, those are the late night podcasts.
The beach
right there.
instead of a frozen river. Yeah.
There you go. Oh God.
But I like ice fishing, so I'm a little biased. I've never
See,
been
there
to
you go.
Cali.
You can
I don't care to
enjoy
go to
both the
Cali.
West Coast and Minnesota then.
That makes the old school come out. I love LA. We love it.
And right now, you can pay me to go to LA. Like,
No.
no, I'm sorry. Just
San
I
Diego.
don't want to deal with the homeless and just no.
Deal with none of it.
Well, I want to go down there and eat Del Taco. My brother's talking about that place like it's like
I'll tell you
the reincarnation of God or something.
Tell your brother he should be ashamed of himself. I shunned Del Taco. Del Taco was horrible.
It's got to be better than Taco John's. So
yeah,
y'all can shame me. Shame me then, because when I lived in Vegas, dude, I fucking loved Del Taco, man.
Yeah, my brothers loved it.
Oh, late night, dude. There's no better food.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, you've had a little much.
I'd rather have a food truck.
All up.
I'm a simple guy. I love food trucks, especially Mexican food trucks.
And see, that was such a foreign concept to me when I moved out there. We moved out there in 2006. I'd never seen food trucks back here in Nebraska, nothing like that. So on the first break at work, they're like, the Roach Coach is here. I'm like, what the hell is a Roach Coach? Like, oh, it's a food truck. I'm like, you just call it a Roach Coach, and now you want me to get food from it? No. They almost ruined it for me out there. But
well, the health standards have gone way up since 2006.
Yes, they have.
So,
but yeah, that was such a foreign thing to me. But yeah, it's God.
Kenny, you'd probably be surprised to hear this, but where me and Brian live, there's a couple food trucks, some Hispanic tacos that are just, oh my God,
unbelievable.
They're so good.
It is amazing.
Y'all would lose your mind out here.
Oh, I'm sure I would.
Y'all would lose your mind out here.
I would love to
you
get
guys
down
got
there.
one on like every corner out there, Kenny?
Damn near.
Damn.
Yeah.
Carne
You got
asada on fleek.
Any of them you want to give a shout out to? Like a special one you like to go to?
It's too many. I don't want to be biased.
Yeah, that's how it is in Omaha too. Like my favorite is all the way down on 13th Street. And I am rarely down there, but whenever I'm within like a 30-block radius of them, I'm like, yep, that's what I'm getting for lunch.
Did you know La Casa Pizza has their own food truck in Omaha now?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anybody that's listening or watching this, for God's sake,
I'm not a fan of there.
Are you kidding me? It's by far the best pizza I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh, dear God. And you don't eat enough pizza.
Oh, beyond a shot, it's such fresh ingredients. Oh my God, that is some of the best stuff I've ever had in my life.
You want the best pizza in all of Omaha? It's El Davo.
El Davo?
Oh, fuck.
I may have to try that one to work one of these nights then.
So good.
Yeah, La Casa's hard to grab, man. They're only open like during the afternoon or evening, and like 4 nights out of the week. They've got odd ass hours. They don't DoorDash things, so I can never order it for work. And I haven't had it in probably 15 years now. Oh my God.
Oh, there's so much better food out there than La Casa.
I'm sure there is, but I've yet to meet a better and fresher pizza place.
Let's get it.
That's a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, it's still good. Man, shit, I was introduced to it when I was a kid, like 6 years old.
Yeah,
it was
you're
so
talking
good.
taco pizza.
I don't care. I don't give a damn. It tastes good.
It's a giant taco. That's not even real pizza.
Hey, for me, it's amazing. I don't care. It doesn't taste like a taco. That's all I cared about.
You want good real pizza? It's go up to Davlo up on Fort.
Davlo.
Pizza.
All right.
Davlo. Oh God, it's amazing.
Not it's down so low. Davlo.
Davlo.
All right.
So it's so good.
All right, shit, we're getting off topic. I think we're done here. You know,
Whatever.
It's been an hour and a half now. It's a solid episode, man. This one was fun to do. I knew since Luke had prior obligations with his high school, I was like, hey, no problem, because that gives us a chance to actually cover Big Ten Media Days for the Huskers Day there. So it kind of worked out. And next week we've got Claude and Puma joining us. So that's going to be a blast. Can't wait for that. And then I believe either the week after that or 2 weeks after that, we will have Claude back on, Rex back on, Hayden, and possibly Leon Nolan on with us as well. Or not? Is it pronounced Nolan or Nolan? I'm not sure.
Noyle.
Thank you. Jeez, why do I keep?
You're good.
Yeah, Noyle. Haven't heard back from him quite yet, but we're definitely going to have Claude, Rex, Hayden on all at the same time. On
What are we allowed? Up to 10 people?
Something like that. I thought it would be
that.
fun to have like 3 of the offensive line recruitments to come on here and they could kind of converse with each other, compare recruitment stories, shit like that. See if the coaches really are on the up and up and everything they tell them, Shit, maybe we start uncovering some stuff. Who knows? Maybe we got breaking news. I hope not, because this is about the last damn thing I want on here is breaking news.
Oh, hey, good breaking news.
Yeah, I'll take the good breaking news. I don't need like breaking news.
Like a defensive line recruit.
Yeah, see, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so that's what we got coming up. And then, like I said, August 24th, it'll drop August 25th, that Monday. So it'll be the week of the first game. We'll have Tim Verghese on with us, previewing the season. So we'll get to preview that Cincinnati game. And then, of course, all the rest of the games after that for the rest of the season. You get our takes. I'll just give you a spoiler alert now. Predict we don't lose a damn one. We're going to the playoffs. We'll see you in the title. I don't give a damn. See you in Indy, playoffs, title game.
Think you're stretching there a bit, bud.
Hey. All you got to do is just make the playoffs.
You never know.
Hey, Brian's been hanging with the cocaine bear.
Thank you. Oh, the cocaine bear, the heroin hawk. It's crazy what you hang out with when you
every season since '97.
Yeah.
Cocaine bear.
We're not quite there, but it'll be a good season, I think.
I think so. I think it's going to be. Yep, I think it'll be a special season.
That's all we want. We just need something.
I know, to hear and see Kenny smiling and saying that he thinks it's going to be a solid season. That's a fucking first. Because what did you predict last year, Kevin or Kenny? What was it? 7-5, 7-6?
I think he was closest.
Yeah,
something like that.
So
I think I predicted what we're going to be the year before. What we're going to be.
Yeah. You were right for like 2 or 3 years in a row.
Them dudes. Yeah, stop doing dances in end zones with mascots.
Yeah,
Let's get busy.
I know what you're talking about. Oh, yeah. Don't forget, we got Fan Day coming up August 2nd. So I don't have a graphic or anything for that. But Brock, if you're paying attention toward the end of this episode, our producer, could you throw a graphic in for Fan Day? Or if not,
I'm sure he will.
No big deal if not. Yeah, I let him know about all the clips I threw in. I'll have to give him timestamps and all that so he can put the courtesy of things in there. Because that's just, he knows what he's doing and I don't. So that's just easy.
Perfect.
All right, cool. All right, hour and 40 minutes. It says hour and 43, but I'm sure we talked for almost 3 minutes before we started. Yeah. So roughly about an hour and 40 minutes. I hope everybody enjoys this. We'll go ahead and shut her down now. So if you're watching us on YouTube, as always, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps us out a lot. Leave the comments. You're going to get commented back. Just maybe don't leave something stupid because it will get put public before you get the chance to delete it. Just letting you know. And it doesn't get to us either. It really doesn't. Because
I could care less.
Exactly. We do this for fun. We don't get paid to
You don't know me in real life, so
exactly.
Fuck off.
Yeah. I was told that this is not my field, and this is not a job for me. This is just fun. So
this is 3 buddies talking about shit that we were going to talk about anyways.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're just letting everybody else in on it.
Hey, just tell the next guy, you're so cool, Brewster. Just hit him with that one, bro. So cool, Brewster.
Yeah, apparently they just don't like being invited on either. It's just, I gave them the opportunity for the platform. Oh, well. All right. And then, of course, if you guys want some Husker Army podcast merch, you know where to look. Shop.herdatsports.com. We got everything over there. We'll hopefully be adding some new items by the start of the season as well. Matt, I did talk to them. Hopefully we'll be adding some hoodies this year.
Oh, yeah.
Got to get
I'm a hoodie freak.
I know.
I love my hoodies, man.
That's it.
I know. I think
I probably have 40 of them. I will not wear I'll wear one of the same hoodie, but only during football season. Other than that, I won't wear the same hoodie for weeks.
Damn. Because you don't
love hoodies. Exactly.
You got that?
I still have my favorites, but
everybody has
I could go weeks without wearing the same hoodie.
Damn. I can't say that one. I could go maybe a week or two. That's about it. All right, everybody. We'll go ahead and shut her down. So, for myself, Bryan Knutzen, former Husker wide receiver and multi-time national champ, Kenny Cheatham, a.k.a. KC. And, of course, our recruiting guru, Mr. Matt Sass, a.k.a. Herbie_Husker. Go give him a follow over on Twitter. You won't regret it. Great updates, great tweets. Always got his ears to the ground for the recruiting news. So you won't miss a thing. All right, so that is pretty much it. We've covered media days. You know where to find us. You know where the merch is. You know where to find the show. So there's one last thing to do. Husker Nation, Husker Army, at ease. You are all dismissed.
Boom.
A Herd at Sports Network production.